Review, illustrated by Alfred J. Musgrave. The night Jupiter surprised me. I enjoy looking at the night sky with my telescope, but I found there are most things you see if you look at them. That's what appeared every single time you look at them. That's why I was surprised one time in August 1985. Wow, I was looking at Jupiter. I was drawing a sketch of the planet with my pencil when I noticed that the swirling colorful spots on Jupiter were moving and changing right before my eyes. I still remember I was my discovery, even though it made my sketch harder to finish. What and where is Jupiter? At about 484 million miles, 717 million kilometers from the Sun. Jupiter is 5 times further from the Sun than Earth. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun. Earth is the third planet from the Sun. Jupiter is so far away that it takes 12 Earth years for it to orbit the Sun one time. Jupiter, the giant of our solar system, has diameter about 89,000 miles, 143,000 kilometers across its middle, or equator. Jupiter is so large that if Earth was a small grape, Jupiter would be a large grapefruit. Here is the Sun, here is the Earth, and with the Moon here, and here is Jupiter. Every 9 hours and 55 minutes, Jupiter rotates on its axis. It's faster than any other planet, so Jupiter is only 9 hours and 55 minutes long. Do you know how long it takes Earth to rotate on its axis? Hint: how long is one day? Mercury. Here is the diameter of the crater. What is Jupiter made of? Not all planets are like Earth, which has a solid surface for you to walk on. Jupiter is a ball of gases and liquids. Like our Sun, it's made from mostly of the chemical elements hydrogen and helium, which are two lightest elements, but also has water, ammonia, and methane. Many swirling, reddish, sweetish, and yellowish stripes that I saw on Jupiter, whose my telescopes are made of clouds of gas. The bright white stripes or glass clouds called zones. The dark thin stripes or gas that clouds called belts. The belts and zones move around the planet, but their window flows in the opposite direction, west to east in zones, east to west in belts. Beneath the thin, cloudy atmosphere, the gases turn into liquids. The liquids form when the weight and pressure of the clouds move above squeeze the gas molecules very close together. Molecules in liquids are closer together than molecules in gases. This is even deep layer of liquid hydrogen and acts like liquid metal. This metallic hydrogen floats around the inside of the planet. In the deepest parts of Jupiter, look at the planet very center. There may be a core of rocks and ice that is bigger than Earth. However, scientists are still not sure what Jupiter's core is like. Weather report from Jupiter. Have you heard the weather report from Jupiter today? I heard reports of average temperatures of about minus 236 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, that's cold. However, it could be as hot as 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit at the highest cloud top, where the sun rays are the strongest. Today, the winds are blowing out of the north at about 400 miles. 650 kilometers per hour, don't get caught in one of the hundreds of swirling planets. The largest storm, called the Great Red Spot, is also there. 3 Earths could fit across it. This storm, which can be seen through a telescope on Earth, has been raging more than 300 years. Finally, huge flashes of lightning have been reported lighting up the planet storm clouds. Does this sound like a good day for a picnic for you? The moons of Jupiter. At least 63 moons of various size orbit Jupiter's 16 of these moons, at least 6 kilometers wide. The 4 largest moons, Tulipia, Ganymede, and Callisto, were discovered by the Italian astronomer Galileo in 1510. These moons, known as the Galilean satellites, can be easily seen with a pair of binoculars. The rings of Jupiter. People used to think that Saturn was the only planet with rings around it because that can be seen through telescope. Wait a minute, on Earth. So scientists were surprised in 1979 when cameras on the Voyager spacecraft, which was live near Jupiter at the time, took pictures of rings around the planet. The pictures from Voyager showed that Jupiter has 4 rings that are much thinner than the rings of Saturn, unlike Saturn's rings, which are made of party of large chunks of ice. Jupiter rings consist many particles of dust. Scientists think that Jupiter's rings form when meteoroids crash into the planet moons. This crashes through dust into space, and this dust collects into rings. Spacecraft visit to Jupiter. The U.S. National Aeronautical Space Administration has launched many spacecraft to Jupiter. This robot explorer has sent pictures and other information back to Earth with radio waves, the same kind of energy waves that carry signals to radios and television. Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11. Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11 were 2 spacecraft that took the first close-up photograph of Jupiter in 1973 and 1974. These photos showed that the clouds of Jupiter were much more colorful and complex than people had believed. What's next for Jupiter? Jupiter is an exciting planet because it's a big ball of surprise. Scientists are always learning new things about these enormous planets. You never know what they might discover next. Scientists are working on many new plans to learn more about Jupiter and its moon. According to one of these plans, the United States and Europe will send a spacecraft to land on Jupiter's moon Europa. This craft would then melt through moon's icy surface to study in the ocean that scientists think might exist inside Europa, leading to the possible discovery of ocean life on this moon. There's a lot to look forward to with Jupiter. Perhaps someday you will be able to discover amazing new facts about this surprising trend in the sky.
Click on the... What? No way. You got a perfect score?